Thanks for staying with us tonight. The shooting massacre at Sandy Hook Elementary School renewed an intense debate on gun control in this country. And on Sunday, the tragedy will take center stage at NASCAR's biggest race of the year, the Daytona 500. Two-time Daytona champ Michael Waltrip will be driving this tribute car instead of the usual 200-mile-per-hour billboard. Waltrip's team changed the car's number to 26 to honor the 20 first graders and 6 adults gunned down in December. This paint job encourages fans to send a text to donate $10 to the Sandy Hook School Support Fund operated by the United Way. NASCAR's chairman donated $50,000 to the fund after the Waltrip made this emotional visit to Newtown earlier this month. I'm joined now by NASCAR driver Michael Waltrip and Brandon Davis, the owner of Swan Racing, who are getting ready for Sunday's race in Daytona Beach, Florida. Michael, congratulations on qualifying yesterday. Great to have you on the Ed Show tonight, as well as you, Mr. Davis.
Well, we really appreciate it. Yesterday was a lot of pressure to put that number 26 text Newtown to 80888 Toyota into the field, and it was a big deal for our team and that community to know that they're going to have something to cheer for coming in Sunday in the Great American Race. And we couldn't be prouder to represent the community, and we couldn't be prouder for the NASCAR family rallying around this great cause.
Michael, why did you turn your car into a tribute to Newtown?
Well, Mike Helton, who is a NASCAR president, had a friend who lived in the Daytona Beach area, and his friend's son had, his grandson was in school that day when the tragedy occurred. And Hans Relick is the gentleman's name, and he asked Mr. Helton, could you maybe get some of the first responders a pit tour, show them the racetrack a little bit so they can come down and enjoy the Daytona 500. And that's all it took for Mike Helton's brain to go to work and start trying to figure out how he could do more than that. He called me up and said, we'd love to put Newtown to 80888 on your car and have you represent the community. And Brandon Davis, our car owner, was kind enough to allow us to put the livery of the Newtown, Connecticut town in the school colors on the race car. But before we wanted to announce it to the world to tell everybody what we were doing, we took that trip up to Newtown and visited with first responders, teachers, even some of the victims' families. And indeed, it was quite an emotional moment. And from that day till now, I left part of my heart in Newtown, and I'm so thankful we were able to get that car in the show. It was a lot of pressure for our team to get in. We're in now, and we're going to celebrate Sunday and hopefully give those folks in Newtown 3 hours or so of joy, something that they can sort of take a break from the tragedy and enjoy seeing their car on the track.
Brandon Davis, what kind of reaction are you getting from fans? What kind of reaction do you think you're going to get on Sunday?
We've had a very good reaction so far. One of the things that really surprised me when we were in Newtown unveiling the car, Michael and I and Brian France, the local fire and rescue were there, of course, the first responders, and they mentioned to us that they had a Daytona 500 watch party every year, and they were very excited that now they're going to be on the car, and I'm very happy to support that. And everyone I know across the country is behind this, and I hope everyone that, whether they're a NASCAR fan or not, gets behind Newtown and text Newtown to 80888.
I have to ask you, Michael, the shooting in Newtown renewed the gun control debate in many fronts in this country, and of course the Sandy Hook parents have spoken in favor of regulations such as background checks and maybe some other things. Where do you come down on this issue at all, or does that matter?
We are here to race cars, and anytime our community's hurting, we rally around the races. It's how we heal ourselves. And if you think about the healing process that the town of Newtown and the folks from Sandy Hook are faced with, this runway is very long. Years and years of therapy and counseling and just trying to heal these folks and make them try to return to some sort of normalcy. And we don't know what all that's going to entail and what all it could encompass. And so we're here to race our car, do what we do best, celebrate the event, the Daytona 500, with a wonderful tribute and an honor to the folks in Newtown. That's as political as we're going to be, because we're just we're thankful that it's been received so well by the town, and how happy they are. They're gonna have a car on the track.
Sure, and of course, Brandon, the United Way says the Sandy Hook School Support Fund has raised over $9 million so far. Where do you hope the money will go?
I hope that it goes to helping the families that need it, and they need as much help as they can possibly get. Not just the money, but support. And they need to know the rest of the country is behind them. I know there's been a lot of controversy over this after this incident across the country, and this. We're hoping to pull everyone together to get behind those families that are in need, because they're going to need it for a long time.
Michael Waltrip and Brandon Davis, you're doing great things for Newtown, Connecticut. The town certainly needs it, and I know they appreciate it. Best of luck to you, gentlemen, in the big race coming up on Sunday. We'll all be watching. Thanks so much.
We really appreciate it, and the fact that you had us on tonight helps us to spread the word, so you're doing great things, too. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You bet. And coming up.